What is going on? We will be simulating the 2023 draft in Madden to see what will happen. What will the Bears select if they hold on to their pick selection? Yeah, this is interesting. I chose the Dolphins just because they still have their pick, so I can waste it. For some reason, Madden didn't take it away from them. But we'll see what happens throughout the first round of the draft class. Then we'll sim to the end, and we'll see what happens if who drafts Max Duggan and Spencer Rattler and see if Stephen Bennett may get drafted. I've seen him get drafted a few times when using this class. So let's get right on into it. So hopefully it doesn't skip to my pick because this is like the second time I've tried to avoid it. All right, fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and pause the draft. And why is nothing popping up? Oh, gotta love Madden. Let's see if we just advance one pick. Oh my gosh, why didn't... Alrighty, we're back. As you can see, the Bears actually drafted Bryce Young, which is absolutely crazy. Hold up. Let's see if we can't go view him on the draft board since he's already been selected. I guess I can't since he's not on the draft board anymore. Anyway, that's insane. I expected him... in real life, if they hold on to that pick, I don't think they're drafting a quarterback there. That means, will the Texans just draft C.J. Stroud? They do. Okay, so 1-2 quarterbacks makes sense. I've heard a lot of people say they don't know if Bryce Young will go number one anymore just due to the fact that he came in, I think, 20 pounds overweight and is around 6 foot. So C.J. Stroud might be the number one quarterback coming off this board. I don't think the Cardinals are going to draft. They need a defensive guy. I think the Cardinals' best option would be taking probably, D linemen are nice and all, but I think their best bet would probably be taking a linebacker or maybe the safety. Maybe not up this high. They might want to trade back to try to get one of these three guys. I think their secondary needs a ton of help. A D-line's nice and all, but if you take, let's say you take Will Anderson and he flops, it's a terrible decision on their part. But I'm assuming since this is Madden, they'll probably just go in order and take him anyway. Or they'll draft a quarterback with everybody else. They took a quarterback! What are they doing? Oh my gosh. What is Kyler Murray, super low overall in this game? What in the world just happened? Why did Will Levis go number 3? Hold up. Where are they? Cardinals. Here they are. Kyler, he's injured in the game, but, he's still... Wow, they dropped him down low. 79. Damn. That's still crazy, though. What's Justin Fields? 74. Maybe these guys are going to be higher overall than they are. I think I should be able to look at their overall afterwards to see what these top guys are. I'm curious about these top 4 quarterbacks because I also want to see what Richardson, whatever his name is, and then maybe that Will Anderson guy as well. See what all their overalls are. See what we're looking at here. So you got Will Anderson, and I also kind of want to see what he looks like too, and maybe some of these other guys like Hendon Hooker. I might see who he gets drafted to. At this rate, he might go in the first round because the top 3 quarterbacks went 1, 2, 3 for some reason. That is definitely not happening. The Cardinals aren't picking a quarterback. I don't think, at least. I didn't think Kyler had that bad of a year. And they go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Colts make sense drafting Richardson there, but still. So Seattle's got to take Will Anderson here. There's just no doubt that they don't here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so after this, Detroit, honestly, Detroit needs more defensive help. So again, I'm not going to be shocked if they don't go down in order and draft one of these guys. Oops. They'll probably draft Jalen Carter. But they could also probably use some offensive line help. They need a tight end, but there's obviously, Michael Mayers is here, but he's a little bit lower. Maybe want a quarterback or a safety or something of that nature. Maybe an additional linebacker. But I think they're going to go with that D-tackle, Carter. Yeah, I think that's pretty easy. They went with Miles Murphy. That makes some sense. I don't... excuse me. I don't know how exactly their roster is. But I honestly think Jalen Carter would be the pick that they would go with there if he was still on the board. Obviously, he's made it this far, but I don't think 4 quarterbacks are going off the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Raiders, I think they're going to probably take the Carter guy. Yeah, there we go. That was pretty predictable. Honestly, I don't know what the Falcons are going to do at this point with all four quarterbacks off the board. They might go ahead and just take one of these offensive linemen and try to see what they could do next year with Desmond Ritter. I mean, they might take Breeze here out of Clemson. I don't really know him. I don't know prospects that well. Like, I generally kind of know like some, not all of them. But yeah, I could see him possibly dropping down and taking one of these guys too to have a little bit of extra defensive help, or take one of the linemen to protect possibly their franchise quarterback. I don't know what their plans are with Ritter, but definitely not getting a quarterback at number 8. So let's just see. Okay, yeah, they took Breezers, so that makes sense. I think the Panthers are probably gonna take the lineman then. I mean, they desperately need a quarterback, but at this point, I mean, there's whoever that guy is. Which I didn't even know he's a first round level talent. I only knew about the 4. But they could possibly. I think Hendon Hooker is pretty solid in this draft class, so he could be a decent pick. He would definitely be an upgrade. They might try to get him in the second round, but yeah, he would definitely be an upgrade to compared to what they currently have. So let's just see who they pick. Yeah, they didn't even take one of the best tackles in this draft. They took a guard who was I don't even remember seeing him that high up. Unless I scrolled past them because it was these two. It was these two, and then there was this guy here, Duncan. But I didn't see him. He must have been somewhere in like this range, which I guess, you know, I mean, when you're a team like the Panthers, you need basically everything. So it makes sense. Eagles with a top 10 pick is unfair. They're probably going to draft one of those linemen to replace Lane Johnson, I would assume. They might try to bolster their defense a little bit here as well. That's a huge possibility. I could see him definitely doing that with drafting Tyree Wilson. Or even maybe another quarterback, since they're probably going to lose Bradbury this offseason. And, I mean, Eagles fans, I don't think they're going to cry about losing Bradbury after what he did in the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead and see. I still think they'll probably... No, they took the end. Oh. I mean, I said they might, but I honestly expected them to take one of the linemen there. These linemen must not be very good in this draft class. The Titans, they need everything except for running back, so they'll probably draft a lineman, because why not? Yeah, they drafted one of those linemen. Texans, again, needs just basically everything. They just got their quarterback, though, so they'll probably draft the other left tackle to protect him. Well, maybe not, because they still have that one guy they got from, oh my gosh, what is his name? The Dolphins. Oh man. Larry Tunsil. There we go. Yeah, so they still have him, so they might not draft him. They could draft the right tackle to put on the other side, get some solid tackles for CJ Stroud, but we'll see. They might take a defensive guy here. Nope, they took the other guy, Duncan. Makes sense, perfect sense. I expected that. The Jets, they desperately need a quarterback, and I don't know, like, I didn't really look at what they did in free agency. I don't even know who all was in free agency. So for all I know, some of these teams could have went out and signed a quarterback too, so the Jets could have got, like, I mean, I don't think Carr was a free agent, but they might have went out and got, like, Jimmy G or something, so they might not reach as much for a quarterback as they initially thought. Nope, they did not. They just have Zach Wilson. Yep, so they might reach here for a quarterback. They might draft one later in the rounds. One of those other guys I was talking about, they might draft later then. So let's see. Oh, they take a running back. That's hilarious. Like, the one position they don't really need. I mean, their defense is solid, decent receivers. But, I mean, come on, Breece Hall, and you're drafting a running back. What clown organization. The Patriots are probably going to draft some guy in, like, the 7th round. Here. I don't even know where he was on this draft board, to be honest with you. He was not even the best wide receiver in this draft. It's a classic Patriots move. I mean, this guy was clearly number 1. And then, you know, you got the guy out of Ohio State. Not going to attempt to announce that name. Yeah, I mean, Zay Flowers has been putting on some muscle. Could go pretty high as well. He's not that highly ranked in this. But, I mean, I don't know. Patriots do the Patriots type of things. Drafting him there. Green Bay, they probably are going to try to get a receiver as well. I could totally see him taking that guy out of TCU at this point. Especially, nope, they take a linebacker. So they're not going to help Jordan Love just as much as they didn't help Aaron Rodgers. Again, I think Washington, they might try to reach for one of these other quarterbacks, especially that guy out of Stanford that's apparently a first-round talent. Didn't know that. And nope, they take a tight end because, I mean, you know, he's best tight end in the draft, so it makes some sense. I think Pittsburgh might try to protect. I think their line has kind of fallen off, so That one lineman that was like top 5 projected or something is still in this thing. So he must not be very good in this draft class or something of that nature, because here's Paris Johnson. He's still here. So I could totally see him taking them, but knowing them, they'll probably take Christian Gonzalez. But, defensive help is always huge. I mean, get more defense. If you're not going to have offense, you might as well build up a defense. Okay, they did take Paris Johnson. Makes sense. All right, perfect. I totally think the Lions will draft that Gonzalez guy. There's no doubt in my mind they're going to take him right here. Yep, there they go. Perfect pick. The Buccaneers, they desperately need a quarterback. They'll probably take the guy out of Stanford. I mean, Tom Brady, I don't know if he's... Actually, probably should check that. Did he retire in Madden? I don't think he did. Hold up. Let me go see. Is he still on their roster? The Bucks. He's not the best quarterback, Gardner Minshew. They also signed this random dude who played on the Ravens last year that was absolute trash. But, yeah, they they might honestly draft a quarterback right here. I could totally see them drafting one in this selection. So let's see. They might take the dude out of Stanford. Nope, they take a lineman. So hopefully they get somebody in the later rounds, or otherwise it's going to suck. I think if I'm honestly Seattle with how great of a season we had this year, I'm probably just going to take the best player available. Probably this Brian Branch guy. Maybe Joey Porter. I could also see them possibly trying to take this receiver, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think they're just going to try to build up their defense. So one of these 4 guys up here, they're definitely taking. They might want to put somebody next to Tariq Woolen. Holy crap, I cannot speak there. But, I didn't want to unpause. But I could see this going pretty well. Okay, they took the receiver. A lot of these teams are just not filling true needs. I mean, maybe did Tyler Lockett lock away or something, and they needed somebody else to put next to DK? I just don't know, man. Hold up, let me go see here. Seattle. They got Tyler Huntley as their quarterback. What the heck? No, Tyler Lockett's still here. You don't need a receiver. Oh my gosh. Oh, these teams are annoying. I'll look to see what his overall is at the end too, because I'm kind of curious. Because as a Ravens fan, he is projected to go to Baltimore. Oh, this is my pick. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go waste this pick on some random dude because they're not supposed to have it. So I don't really want to draft somebody who actually is talented. So let's just take this random punter in the first round. Kevin Martin, making your lifelong dream of becoming a punter in the NFL as a first-round draft pick. Fantastic. Okay, all right. So the Chargers, again, they're probably going to take somebody they don't really need. I think they could use a little bit more defensive help and definitely need to fire their head coach. Yeah, they got defensive help. Honestly, though, I don't know why this Branch dude's still here. Baltimore shouldn't take him. They have fantastic safeties. But this Branch dude should have been gone already. Cam Smith might be a Raven-type pick. I could see that one. They might take this receiver here out of Ohio State. Jackson or whatever his... I'm not attempting to pronounce that last name. Probably won't come out properly. Not be the right word. Yeah, so let's see what they do. They should draft that receiver, I think. Nope, they take that quarterback. Like I said, Joey Porter. Made sense. Typically a Raven pick to build up that defense. Who cares about offense? Am I right? Vikings... You know what? They're probably going to take a receiver because this draft does not make any sense. But I do think the Vikings, realistically, they could use a little bit more defensive help. But I bet you they're drafting that receiver here. Nope. No, they actually took a guy. I don't get why this Branch dude's still available. Jacksonville might have just slipped into having a top-tier safety. I don't even know where that dude was. He wasn't even in the top few here. I could see Jacksonville maybe taking the center, too. They could use a little bit of offensive line help with either one of these guys. They could take any cornerback and maybe even Nolan Smith here. But I, honestly, knowing them, they'll take a running back. Because, let's be real here, this is Madden. And it makes no sense, whatever these guys do. So let's just see who they take here. They take the tackle. Makes sense. Totally expected them to take a tackle there. I think offensive line help could be. Branch is really solid. I think the Giants, if they were smart, but this is Madden, so they're not going to take the Branch guy, but if they were smart, they would. Cam Smith, solid pick. He was one of the top guys left on the board there, so it makes some sense, but yeah, I don't know why the Branch is still available. And then the Cowboys take a receiver. Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess it does make some sense because the Cowboys, I think, really only had CeeDee Lamb on their roster. So getting another top tier receiver help with CD. They got Michael Gallup so highly overall, but getting a slot receiver might be useful. I think they could have used a little bit more help on the defensive side because I think they're going to lose a few people over there. The Bills, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they take the running back. That is their biggest need. Nope, they take a receiver. Okay. I guess. I mean, I guess that makes some sense. Davis only really shows up. Gabriel Davis only really shows up in the playoffs sometimes. And pretty much at this point, it is very much a Stephon Diggs show. So getting a receiver is actually not a bad pick there. I could see that actually happening, especially if Ryan Robinson's off the board. I'll look at his overall too at the end because highest rated running back coming in this draft. I think he's pretty high in this draft class. The Bengals, they'll probably draft a running back. I'm assuming. I mean, in real life, they're definitely not gonna get Mixon. I don't think. I think they're definitely gonna cut him, especially with his now issues in real life. But just in general, nope, they still have Mixon. So that was a dumb pick. Could have bolstered your defense. Could have possibly bolstered some of that offensive line issues. But nope, they're like, let's take a running back. Fantastic pick by Cincinnati. Why is Branch still on the board? This man is oh my gosh. I'm curious now. If Branch doesn't get drafted first round, I'm gonna find him and see what his overall was too. Just because I don't get why he's still here. Same thing with Devontae Weatherspoon. I mean, these guys should be picked already. So we'll see what the Eagles do here. They might take Branch. They should. They did. Brian Branch. I'll look at his overall, see why he slipped so damn far. And the Chiefs, they should take that other cornerback that was there with Branch, and they don't. They take a lineman. So I'm gonna actually see what this Witherspoon dude is overall when he evidently gets drafted. But I'm gonna send him to the end of the draft, and we'll take a look to see if Max Duggan and Spencer Rattler and see what their overall is and some of the other players. So be right back. All right, as you can see, Bryce Young was a 80 overall. Let's see if he has like a any type of special ability here. He does have a hidden dev. Let me see what his hidden dev is. So as you can see, as also before I went in that, all the other quarterbacks were not very highly rated. So Bryce Young is definitely the best one. He's a superstar. The other guys were like, I mean, CJ Stroud, not bad overall. He probably also has superstar, I would imagine. But the other two guys, I wouldn't be shocked if they're like star or normal dev, and they're like 75 overall. So definitely, yes, superstar. So definitely questionable choices by the by the Cardinals and by the who was the other team? Oh, the Colts. The Colts desperately needed a quarterback. Will Levis isn't even going to start for the Cardinals. I mean, he's a star, so it's not awful. But he's not even going to start for the Cardinals. Let's see what Richardson here. He's also got a hidden dev. So, not bad. So, let's see what his hidden dev is. He's probably also a star. He probably... I mean, I'd say, but it doesn't make a difference. I didn't change anything. He's probably going to start. Will Levis will be the only one of these guys who probably doesn't start. I would imagine Bryce Young's still higher overall than, what's his name? And then Will Anderson, probably the guy who, if the Bears hold on to that pick, will draft number 1 overall. I don't expect him to take a quarterback. I would think Fields has been bad enough to be instantly replaced. Superstar X Factor. Damn, he should have been number 1 overall. So let's look at some of these other guys I kind of want to look at here. Scroll down some. So Brian Robinson, 82 overall. Jets, got a solid running back, but doesn't help them move the needle much, I don't think, as long as Zach Wilson's still their quarterback. So yeah, let's look here. Superstar X Factor. I mean, that's a fantastic pick if you needed him. They don't. So let's keep looking. Who was the other guys? It was you. So this guy the Ravens are probably going to draft. He's got hidden dev as well. I don't know why they drafted him. Seattle did. But let's see, he might have he's a star dev. So not a great pick by Seattle. But I think he might be a little bit better than a star dev by the end of it. Yeah, so let's see. The other guys, I mean, I don't get the Cowboys pick here. Jags, it's not a fantastic pick either. Yeah, so the Bengals got us decent running back here, but they didn't need one. Branch, I mean, he was a 77 overall. He probably has hidden depth too. Almost guaranteed he does. His morale is down. He must hate being on in Philly already. So let's see, what's his overall or his depth? Star. I mean, not bad. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find the other guys I wanted to look at, and then we'll go from there. Actually, let me see who was the highest rated overall player in this entire draft. So the lowest overall I was drafted was classic Raiders move right there. But the highest overall draft pick was Brian Robinson. Makes sense. So we'll be back. I'm going to go find those other guys. So apparently the Bengals decided to take Hendon Hooker for some reason. He does have hidden dev though. They have absolutely no need for him, and probably wouldn't you waste a second round draft pick on a quarterback. And he's a star dev, but like I don't think they'll waste. That's just gotta love Madden. The Witherspoon guy was a 76. I don't know why he didn't manage to go in the first round. Some people don't make sense. Well, whoever that dude was out of Stanford, I don't think he got drafted in the first round. This Cam Ward guy, Lions picked him. I didn't look to see if he has devs. Now he's a normal dev, but I don't get why the Lions would pick him there. Here's that guy, 73. He went to the Seattle. That would make some sense. Seattle drafting him there. Especially if, all the other guys go 1, 2, 3, 4 like they did in this draft. The Zay Flowers dude, I think he'll be better than what he is in Madden right now. He put on a ton of muscle. I think that was all for the quarterbacks in the second round. So let me go see if I can't find Spencer Rattler, Max Duggan, and see if somebody's drafted. What's his name? Stephen Bennett. The Panthers drafted Max Duggan in the 4th round. Holy crap. He's only a normal dev. He's a 67, so nothing fantastic. A little shocked, actually. He got picked before Spencer Rattler, I think. I feel like he would have been a higher up pick. I mean, whoever this dude is got picked before him. Here he is, Spencer Rattler, 64. Wow. I mean, he was like a first round draft pick a couple years ago. He's just not performed. He'll be a lifetime backup in Buffalo if he stays there. I don't know if I would say Buffalo would pick somebody in the 4th round to be a backup quarterback. I mean, it's possible. So let's see if somebody drafted Stephon Bennett. If not, I'll go see if I can't find him in like free agency. All right, I finally found him. He went undrafted, was picked up by the Patriots. He's 63 overall, which isn't bad given the fact that some of the other quarterbacks that were drafted were lower overall. I think Bennett will probably go in the 6th or 7th round either way. But if you guys enjoyed this video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.